The following content has been generated with artificial intelligence under minimal human supervision. The data presented may contain errors or inaccuracies. The opinions expressed in this content do not necessarily reflect the vision, position, or values of Digi-all. We recommend verifying critical information with additional sources before making decisions based on this content.
Welcome to Digi-all Tech News. Today is December 8th, 2025. I'm Kylie Brooks, and this is where technology becomes clear and engaging. We've got some fascinating stories today, from a political showdown over AI regulation to the energy crisis that could derail America's tech ambitions. Plus, some cool news for content creators and iPhone fans. Let's dive in. Trump confirms he's signing an executive order to block state-level AI regulations, sparking a major debate over who gets to protect us from AI harms. America's power grid is hitting a wall, and the AI boom might be the thing that breaks it. Data centers need way more electricity than we can supply. BlackRock is betting big on the AI infrastructure gold rush. They're not investing in the flashy AI models, they're going after the picks and shovels. Adobe teams up with YouTube to help Shorts creators make better videos faster, right from their phones. Apple is reportedly planning to move Face ID under the display in next year's iPhone 18, which could finally shrink that dynamic island. Okay, let's talk about this Trump AI order because it's creating quite the stir. President Trump posted on Truth Social that he's going to sign an executive order preventing states from creating their own AI regulations. His argument? If every state has different rules, companies would need 50 different approvals to launch anything, and that'll kill innovation before it even starts. He's got a point about the patchwork problem. Tech leaders like Sam Altman are backing this, saying a unified federal framework makes more sense for competitiveness. But here's where it gets contentious. Critics, and I'm talking academics, safety groups, even some Republican governors like Ron DeSantis, are worried this basically gives big tech a free pass to avoid accountability. We're talking about real concerns: deepfakes, hiring discrimination, privacy violations. DeSantis called it federal overreach that prevents states from protecting their citizens. So it's not just a tech debate, it's a states' rights debate too. Congress already rejected a similar idea back in July, so this executive order approach is definitely going to face pushback. Now, speaking of AI ambitions hitting reality, let's talk power. The Financial Times has this eye-opening piece about America's electricity crisis, and honestly, it's kind of scary. Big tech is building massive data centers all over the country to power AI, right? But here's the problem: our power grid is old and it can't keep up. S&P Global estimates will need an additional 44 gigawatts of capacity by 2028 just for new data centers. That's enough to power millions of homes. But building new power plants, whether they're fossil fuel, nuclear, or renewable, takes years. And there are tons of regulatory hurdles. Places like Virginia and Texas, where data centers are clustering, are already seeing their local utilities get strained. The worry is that if we don't fix this fast, we could see blackouts, or companies might have to ration power, which would slow down AI development. And here's the geopolitical angle. If the US can't power its AI infrastructure, that's an opening for China. Energy security and tech leadership are now completely intertwined. But not everyone's worried. BlackRock certainly isn't. The chief investment strategist for Asia Pacific, Ben Powell, just doubled down on AI infrastructure investments. And I love how he described it. He's betting on the picks and shovels, not the gold miners. What does that mean? Instead of investing in the AI model developers like OpenAI or Anthropic, BlackRock is targeting the suppliers, chip makers, energy companies, infrastructure providers. Powell says the spending frenzy from hyperscalers like Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta has a lot more room to run. These companies are pouring tens of billions into AI, and they've barely tapped into credit markets yet. Nvidia's market cap briefly hit $5 trillion. That's wild. And Powell's point is that even if the AI bubble bursts for the model companies, the infrastructure providers, the ones making the chips, supplying the power, manufacturing the cables, they'll keep making money. It's a smart hedge, and it shows Wall Street believes this AI spending wave is far from over. Shifting gears to something a bit more fun, Adobe just launched a really cool partnership with YouTube. If you're a YouTube Shorts creator, you can now access a dedicated hub inside the premier mobile app called Create for YouTube Shorts. It's got templates, effects, and transitions curated from top creators, and you can customize them with your own footage. What I think is clever here is that you can literally pull inspiration from your YouTube Shorts feed, tap a template, open it in Premiere Mobile, and edit it right there on your phone, then publish directly back to YouTube. It's optimized for the kind of quick, viral content that does well on Shorts. Day-in-the-life vlogs, travel clips, behind-the-scenes stuff. Adobe's Megan Keane said they want to make studio-quality content accessible to everyone, from beginners to pros. And honestly, this puts Adobe in direct competition with apps like CapCut, which has been dominating the mobile creator space. It's free to use if you have a Premiere Mobile account, so definitely worth checking out if you're a creator. And finally, let's talk iPhones. A new leak is saying that Apple plans to put Face ID under the display in the iPhone 18 series, which is expected next year. The source is a leaker on Weibo called Smart Pikachu, great name, by the way, who says Apple will use micro-transparent glass panels to make this happen. Now, it's not clear if all iPhone 18 models will get this upgrade. Earlier reports suggested it'll be the Pro, Pro Max, and the foldable iPhone, but maybe not the base model or the rumored iPhone Air 2. What's interesting is the timing. Apparently the flagship models, Pro, Pro Max, and Foldable, will launch first, and the base model and Air 2 will come several months later in early 2027. That gap gives Apple more time to scale production of these new materials. And the big benefit? If they pull this off, they can shrink the dynamic island or maybe even get rid of that notch entirely. We'll see. It's still a leak, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's exciting to think about a truly all-screen iPhone. So that's where we're at. Politics and technology are colliding over AI regulation. Our power grid is struggling to keep up with our ambitions. Wall Street is betting on the infrastructure behind AI, not just the flashy models. Creators are getting powerful new tools, and Apple might finally give us that notch-free display we've been dreaming about. It's a fascinating time to be watching tech. We'll keep following these stories as they develop. Thank you for staying informed with Digi-all Tech News. We'll be back with more updates as they develop.